Hello and welcome to my February wrap-up and my March TBR. In February I read a total of 5 books, which, considering it was a shorter month and I was busier than I expected to be, wasn't too bad at all. So the first book that I read, that I started in January and finished in the beginning of February, is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I really enjoyed this book. It's quite different from the film. As you can see, I've got the film cover version. There's a couple of characters that are swapped around and the storyline's quite different. I'm assuming what they've done is condense the 3 books into the 1 movie. I'm sure I'll find out when I read the sequels. But yeah, overall I thought this was actually a really good read and I enjoyed it. Next I read Dawn Study by Maria V. Snyder. I love this series. I've loved the Chronicles of Ixia series since I first read Poison Study back in like 2010. So yeah, this was a really nice way to end the series. Obviously I would love more. If Maria wants to write more, that's perfectly fine with me. But yeah, overall this was really good. I did do a fairly non-spoilery review of it. I will leave the link down below. But yes, it's one of my favourite reads of February. Next I read Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This has become a fast favourite of mine. I love the world, I love the characters, the fact that she throws in like mythology, history stuff is pretty awesome. Obviously I'm talking about the history of the world, not actual history. But yeah, it's really good. I just really enjoyed it. It was really well paced and just clicked with the characters straight away. I loved it so much, in fact, that I went out and ordered the sequel straight away. The next book, however, that I read was Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Belleza, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing the surname right. This came in my February Fairy Loot, and since it looked like quite a quick read, I thought I'd give it a go. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I didn't, I went into it not really knowing much about it, except it was sort of sci-fi fantasy. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked the characters. The blurb on the back isn't quite what I would have put for the book, mainly because it leads you to believe that the 2 main characters that it focuses on, that are the points of view in the book, would, like it says, their worlds collide or something along those lines, and they never actually meet. But I am looking forward to the sequel. I think it's a really good start of a series or duology, however she wants to do it. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, since I went into it blind. And the last book I read in February is Traitor to the Throne by Alwyn Hamilton. I still love this series, I still love this world, and this one is less, I'd say less action-packed, less fast-paced, and a bit more maybe on the political side of things. We learn, things aren't always what they seem, and, things are never black and white. There is grey in the world, and we see that through the eyes of the main character. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Cannot believe I have to wait like a year for the last one in the trilogy, but I have faith that Alwyn Hamilton will provide us with a very satisfying end to the series. So that was the books that I read in February. In March, I have decided to begin with A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I've heard wonderful things about this series. The last book in the trilogy has just recently come out, so I decided to order all 3 at once, which isn't actually on my February haul because I ordered them afterwards, but never mind, we won't mention that right now. So that's the first book. I'm about 70 pages in. I've just met Lila Bard, and I have a feeling things might start hotting up soon. And so obviously I also have A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. These are all the UK covers, obviously, because I'm in the UK. Next on my March TBR is King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. This was on my February TBR. I just didn't get to it, so I'm hoping to get to it this time. And lastly is Winter Song by S.J. Jones. I got this in my February/March Illumicrate, which again I did a review for on my blog this time. I will leave the link down below, along with the links to all my social media, if you want to take a look at that. Yeah, I've heard really good things about this actually, and I love the movie Labyrinth, which this is sort of based on. It mentions like Goblin King and Underground, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And the cover is really, really beautiful. I absolutely adore that cover. And the copy that I got actually came with a really gorgeous bookmark as well, with the rose on it. So I'm looking forward to reading that. So yeah, that is my February wrap up and my March TBR. So that's what I'm hoping to read. That's what I'm hoping to get through. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.